Does your workplace feel a bit disconnected? Like everyone's working alone, and teamwork is just something people say? What if there was a way to fix that and build a team where everyone works together and enjoys it? That's what Kyle McDowell shows us in Begin With We. This book teaches you how to turn a me-first workplace into a we-first one. The lessons are simple and clear, showing you how to lead with honesty, improve teamwork, and build a team that succeeds together. If you're ready to make a real difference in your team, hang on as we go through the key lessons from this book. Simply hit the bell button, like this video, and subscribe to Book Ginger so you won't miss out on more great book reviews. Let's get started. The first lesson from this book is always do the right thing. You will agree with me that honesty is the key to building trust. It's not just about making good choices in big moments, it's about the little, everyday actions that shape who we are. If you're always truthful, people will know they can count on you. It's about being real and genuine. For example, a manager at a retail store who notices an error in the cash register after closing. Even though it would be easy to let it slide, the manager corrects the mistake and reports it to the accounting team. By doing the right thing, he has shown integrity and set an example for his team. This act builds trust and reinforces a culture where people feel comfortable owning up to mistakes, knowing it's the norm. When leaders choose to do the right thing, even when it's hard, it creates a place where team members feel valued and safe. This safety helps everyone do their best at work. The next lesson says to lead by example. Leading by example means showing the behaviors you want to see in your team. Instead of just talking, leaders should act in ways that encourage others to follow. This helps shift focus from a me to we. I know a startup CEO who stayed up late to help the team finish a project before the deadline. The team sees the CEO working hard, just like them, which motivates them to keep going. They know their leader wouldn't ask them to do anything they wouldn't do themselves. When leaders show the behavior they expect from their team, it builds trust and responsibility. The leader's actions set the standard for everyone, creating a culture where everyone works toward the same high goals. Again, learn to say what you're going to do, then do it. This lesson is all about accountability and trust. When team members can count on each other to keep their promises, it strengthens their relationships. Take, for instance, a project manager who promises to finish a presentation by Friday. When Friday arrives, he delivers it on time, without rushing at the last minute. This builds trust in the team. However, if the manager often misses deadlines, it frustrates others and weakens trust within the group. Trust is built by consistently doing what you say. In a workplace where people follow through on promises, things run more smoothly, and there's less miscommunication. When promises are kept, the team can focus on their shared goals instead of worrying about who might not keep their word. The fourth lesson says, be ready to take action. It's not enough to have great ideas. Putting them into action is what makes progress happen. Many people talk about what they will do but never actually do it. Always follow through with plans to improve a team's performance, and don't just leave it as a thought or an idea. Imagine a team of software engineers developing a great idea for a new app feature. Instead of just discussing it in meetings, they quickly start building a prototype. Because they act fast, the feature is launched sooner, which helps the company grow. Taking action is what makes a team successful. Don't wait for the perfect moment or more information. Take steps now, and others will join you. Take responsibility for your mistakes. Admitting you're wrong is not a sign of weakness, but one of strength. Don't forget that accountability is a major idea in Begin With We Star. Admitting mistakes shows humility and creates a culture where honesty is valued more than perfection, which leads to ongoing improvement. For example, a marketing team that launches a campaign that doesn't work out. Instead of blaming others, the team leader takes responsibility for the strategy mistake, opening up a conversation about what went wrong and how to do better next time. This approach helps the team feel safe to try new ideas without fear of being blamed if things don't go as planned. Admitting mistakes can strengthen a team. When leaders take responsibility for their errors, it encourages everyone else to do the same. This honesty helps create a culture where people feel safe to learn from failures and come back even better. Let me also point this: a strong team is known for supporting one another, especially when things get tough. That's what teamwork is all about. Working together isn't just about what each person does, but also about being there for each other when things get tough. In a restaurant, when things get really busy, the servers and kitchen staff help each other out, even if it's not their job. This teamwork keeps things running smoothly and makes sure no one feels stressed or alone during busy times. Workplaces where team members help each other, especially when someone is having a hard time, are the best. This kind of support helps the whole team stay strong and work through challenges together. Again, did you know that being busy doesn't necessarily mean you're being productive? Yes. This is why I advise that you measure outcomes and not activities when measuring productivity. True success comes from what we achieve, not how busy we seem. Focus on results, not just activity. It's about working smarter, not harder, and ensuring that what you do has a real impact. Take, for example, an office where employees are always in meetings but don't accomplish much. A new manager changes things by focusing on the results of those meetings, asking, "What did we get done?" This shift helps the team work better and achieve more. Just being active doesn't mean you're making progress. Teams that focus on results instead of just staying busy are more productive and better aligned with their goals. It's not about being busy. It's about getting things done. Before I go to the final lesson, I want you to note this. Constructive feedback is essential for growth, but it needs to be done respectfully. McDowell encourages teams to challenge each other's ideas, but to do so in a way that builds people up rather than tears them down. This brings us to the last, but not least lesson: challenge each other politely. Yes. Working together is important, but this step is about making sure everyone's ideas are heard. By challenging each other in a kind and helpful way, the best ideas come out, helping the team without hurting anyone's feelings. Let me quickly cite this example. In a design team, one person suggests a bold new look for a website. Another person is unsure, but instead of saying it's a bad idea, they ask questions like, "What problem are we trying to solve? And how can we make sure users understand it?" This way of asking helps improve the idea without making anyone feel bad. Open communication, even when it's uncomfortable, helps teams grow. Teams that challenge each other kindly make sure everyone's voice is heard and the best ideas win. But being polite and respectful is important to keep trust and teamwork strong. Alright, now that you've known the key lessons, it's time to take action. Let's break it down into simple steps that will help you bring these lessons to life. Whether it's leading by example, building trust, or taking responsibility, these easy-to-follow steps will guide you towards success. Keep listening. First, commit to honesty in your workplace or personal life, even when it's difficult. When facing a tough decision, ask yourself, what's the right thing to do here? By being consistent in your integrity, you'll build trust over time. Next, instead of telling others what to do, show them. Whether it's staying late to finish a project or admitting when you're wrong, your actions will encourage others to follow suit. Be mindful when you make commitments. Only agree to things you know you can deliver on. If something changes, communicate openly. Your word is your bond, so treat it with care. When you have a task or goal, don't let it sit idle. Make a habit of taking at least one actionable step daily towards that goal, even if it's small. Over time, these steps will add up. The next time something goes wrong, don't shift the blame. Own up to it, learn from it, and move forward. When you admit your mistakes, you pave the way for others to do the same. In your team or personal relationships, look for ways to offer support. Whether it's lending a hand on a project or simply offering a listening ear, being there for others strengthens your bond and boosts morale. Set clear goals and regularly evaluate your progress based on outcomes, not the number of tasks you've completed. Ask yourself, is this task contributing to my bigger goal? When offering feedback, focus on the behavior or action, not the person. Phrase your feedback as suggestions rather than criticisms. For example, instead of saying, "You did that wrong," try, "What if we approached it this way next time?" These steps are about building trust, taking action, and creating a positive environment where everyone thrives. Start small, apply one lesson at a time, and watch how your personal and professional relationships improve. As we wrap up, Begin With We is a simple yet powerful guide that shows us how to build stronger teams by focusing on trust, integrity, and leading by example. Kyle McDowell's 10 principles give clear steps to creating a workplace where everyone feels valued and motivated to do their best. By following these lessons, you can create a positive and successful team culture. If you're serious about improving your leadership and making a real difference in your team. For more great book recommendations, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Book Ginger.